My fiance yelled at me that I was jealous of his sister because I could never be as good as her and slapped me in the face, so my dad punched his guts and knocked him out. Plus all updates, I'm getting married to Roy. We met in college and hit it off right away. He's handsome, charming, smart, and supportive. We fell in love and planned our entire future together. We planned where to live, how many kids to have, vacations, college fund for children, retirement, etc. I love him so much. He's my soulmate and my best friend. He would tell me he was proud of me whenever I achieved something. He's super supportive of my dreams and ambitions. He'd motivate me to take up projects I was hesitant to do. He'd reassure me that I'm capable and talented enough. He'd compliment me every time I got dressed to go out and tell me how lucky he was to have me as his girlfriend. Roy's father passed away when he was just 8 years old, and his elder sister Kim was 10. His mother, Yami, never remarried. She's a very kind and sweet lady. I never got to know Kim as she lived in a different city for work and rarely visited us. We got engaged 8 months ago in an engagement ceremony. Kim moved back to our city and found a job here. This is when things started to get complicated. It's customary here for the girl's parents to pay for the wedding. My dad hired a wedding planner and told me to plan the wedding with them to my and Roy's liking. When we started planning, my future mother-in-law stayed out of it, but Kim would tag along with us wherever we went. To the florist, to the wedding planner's office, to the caterers, everywhere. I wanted it to be just Roy and me. I told him that I didn't like future sister-in-law third-wheeling, something the two of us must have been doing together. He told me that Kim just wanted to be involved in her brother's wedding and that I should be more welcoming of her. I would have been okay if she kept her mouth shut and not given us her valuable input. When I choose flowers, it would be to pastel, choose a different color palette. When I suggest the chair arrangement to the planner, she'd say, that won't give a proper view to the guests on the far left. I wanted to have coconut pudding at my wedding. It was my absolute favorite dessert growing up, and I wanted to share it with my guests on my wedding day. But guess what? No. Not coconut. I'm allergic. What angers me the most is that Roy always takes her side when it's my choice versus her choice. He wouldn't fight or anything. He'd say, it doesn't matter which flower it will be as long as you're my bride. Let it go, babe. It's not a huge deal. The only important thing is that we're marrying each other and starting a new life together. When the coconut pudding happened, he asked me not to be selfish as it's not just about me. It's about both of us and our families. He said Kim is family, and I cannot exclude her from having the food at our wedding. I was frustrated at this point. It's as if we're planning Kim's wedding and not mine. The final straw was when we were shopping for wedding dresses. Wedding wear would be an appropriate word as it is our traditional clothing. My mom picked out this beautiful green dress for me, and I loved it so much. But Kim had to poke her nose here as well. She told me that I should try something else because green isn't my color. Roy agreed with her. Then I tried different dresses and finally decided on a rose gold dress I liked too. We then started to shop for the families of the bride and groom. When it was Kim's turn, I kid you not, this peach picked out the same green dress and decided she was going to buy it. I lost it. I didn't want to make a scene, so I walked out. Roy and I had a huge fight about this at home. He told me that green wasn't going well with my skin tone and that it suited Kim better, that I should stop acting so immature, and that Kim picked that dress after I'd already picked mine. I couldn't believe my ears. For the first time since we started planning our wedding, I noticed he's always taking Kim's side and never mind. I couldn't believe the man I was looking at was the same man I fell in love with. Roy and Kim shared a strong bond due to losing their father so young. They were each other's best friends and support system growing up, but that doesn't justify him taking her side when it's our wedding and our vision. Back in college, when we were dating, he'd brag about his sister to anyone he could, even if that person complimented me. Like, if someone complimented the taste of the coffee I made, he'd be like, if you think this is delicious, then you must try the coffee my sister makes. It was annoying but not a big deal, and I let it go as I knew he was close to her. But this time, I cannot let go. It's our wedding, not Kim's wedding. I yelled at him that if this wedding is happening, it's happening like we both envisioned it or it's not happening. Roy got mad at me and yelled that I was jealous of his sister as I can never as good as her, that I am a bitter person for holding a grudge against Kim even though she's been nothing but kind to me. She said that she was just trying to help, etc. I don't hold any grudge against her. I just want to have my dream wedding. Update. When I got upset and left, Roy followed me to his home where we fought at the store, though. My mom finally couldn't hold back anymore. She yelled at Kim and called her some nasty names. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and